Hello everybody and a very good evening. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. Here we are, last show of a Tuesday. New schedule, getting used to it yet. Live at 1 and 5. Still taking me a little bit of time to get my small brain around it. But here we are. Launch party this show, all about, well, some of the many brilliant launches that we brought you over the course of the last week or so. Of course, featuring the Hydrangea collection. Also on the show tonight, we've got that beautiful Easter collection. I know you guys have absolutely loved the Spring Fairy collection as well. So all of these deals available for you on the Shop the Show page. So do check them out, and lots of other deals beside over on the website, because of course our Love to Craft event continues. Day number 2. Yesterday it was all sort of mixed media. We had lots of deals as far as mixed media, Spectrum Noir and tools were concerned. Today it is all about embossing folders. We had our embossing masterclass earlier on. Lots of lovely comments coming through about that. So thank you so much for that show. You guys loved it. Really enjoyed the interactivity. And it's great when everyone gets in, asks the questions, and we answer them. And it was just brilliant. So thank you for all the positivity around that. Over on the website, though, the Love to Craft event is there. Look, up to 70% off. What you're going to find here is more drop-down boxes as the days go by this week. So yesterday we were all about the tools and the Spectrum Noir. Today, there you go. You can shop now up to 50% off embossing folders, and we can have a bit of a click through here. You can see just a few of the items. I mean, items from the Kingfisher collection I can see there, Wild at Heart. Those are the gilding waxes. We were talking about those a little bit earlier on, actually, which are available for you with a discount. So that's all there for you. There's tons, basically. Get on the website, have a look, snap up the deals early doors, because whilst those deals, once they're on the website, will stay up until the end of the week, I would imagine a lot of the better deals will get snapped up sooner rather than later. Now, it's not just me over the course of this show. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by one of the absolute best. I've quite enjoyed it, actually, because during the break, I was in the gallery, because I'm always wanting to upskill, always wanting to kind of, make myself more useful. So I did a bit of producing, didn't I, back in the day? So I feel like I've got that cap, that feather in the cap. Haven't quite got the feather in the cap of vision mixing. So I sat in with Jamie for a couple of hours, did a crash course in vision mixing, and she didn't know it, but Debbie was obviously prepping for the show, and while she was doing it, I was fiddling around with the cameras and stuff and doing close-ups, cutting from the overhead to camera 3. I was calling all her shots and stuff. I basically did a whole show that Debbie didn't know about. I was going, Debbie in vision. Debbie, you're in vision! She wasn't, but it was great. And I was cutting and I was zooming in and all sorts. So maybe, in not too distant future, maybe our vision mixer show. Maybe tomorrow night. But anyway, she's here, prepping very hard in between shows, and looking forward to seeing what she's got up her sleeves over the course of this show. It is the one and only, the Fish McGiggles, Debbie Fisher.
Yes, it is me. It's going to be exciting tomorrow, Ben, because you're going to do a bit of vision mixing tomorrow on the latest show.
Oh, is that definitely happening now?
That's definitely happening. It's confirmed, and it's going to be brilliant because Sheena's in as well. So that'd be me, Sheena, and you in our ear.
This all came about, by the way, because I wasn't necessarily supposed to be in all day tomorrow. But obviously, we're both in on the first show with Sarah, aren't we?
Yes.
Then I'm doing the middle show with Sheena, and I thought, well, I'll hang around, do a little bit. So we thought Debbie will be on the final show with Sheena, and I'll do the cameras. So if it all goes wrong tomorrow night, it's not Jamie. But it'll be fun. It's going to be a fun day tomorrow.
It is going to be a fun day tomorrow. Yeah, please tune in, especially from 11 o'clock, because we've got something very different tomorrow. We've got sort of a mini craft along with me. Sarah's going to be doing some projects as well. Ben's going to be, you're going to be your side, but you're going to have a special guest over there.
Guest, yeah.
We've got people Skyping. It's going to be amazing, Ben. Quite excited.
It's one to tune in for, and tomorrow it's not live at 1 and 5, so we're live at 11, which is 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific. Then we're going to be live at 3, which is 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Then we're going to be live at 6 for an hour, which is 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And just to thank you, Rachel, as well. So those new times, just as an FYI, are live at 1 and 5 is Eastern. That's 8 a.m., 5 a.m. Pacific. And then the 5 p.m. show is 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, so hopefully that's kind of sorted all that out. And Debbie, we've got loads coming up on this show tonight. You've got demos lined up. I think we're going to do the Hydrangea first, but lots of other demos as well, right?
Yeah, we've got lots of things coming up in the show, but yes, Hydrangeas, we've got the Spring Fairy collection, and we've got the Easter collection as well. We're going to be going back to that and having a look. So launch party is all about those sort of launches that have been previous. So yeah, it's exciting.
Looking forward to it. Keep all the comments coming in. Ask any questions as well. So I know this isn't a masterclass. Feel free to fire them in. We're here with you until 7, which is marvellous. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials. Kieran Franklin says, hi all. Hi, Kieran. Hi also to Jane, who says, hello, everyone. I'm usually on YouTube, but my hubby is in a hospital. Oh, and the Wi-Fi is rubbish. Well, we send you and your hubby all our very best.
Absolutely.
Carletta Morris says, hello, everyone from Arkansas. Hello, Jane Adams from Las Vegas. Polly Coe says, hello. Hello, Polly Coe. Lois is in from Ohio.
Ohio.
Catherine Wood says, hi, Ben and Debbie, from a miserable, wet Cradley Heath in West Mississippi.
Mississippi. It's windy here.
Is it? I haven't been out today.
It's very windy. Was it not windy when you come in this morning? It was very windy. I felt like my car, it's the first time I really felt like unsteady in the car this morning.
What? It was what? Shaking the car?
Yeah.
But did you come up this morning?
Yep. I left at 6 o'clock this morning.
Wowee. Your car was...
Yeah, it felt, I could really feel it like rumbling. Do you know, like when a really big lorry goes past you and you sort of rumble, that's what the wind felt like, this morning. It's supposed to, we've got weather warnings, apparently. Snow's coming in.
When?
Up here, Thursday, Friday. I'm going home on Friday.
Oh.
So I hope it's better, it's okay.
Have a bit of snow.
Yeah, amber warnings on Friday.
Dawn LaValle, hello Dawn, says, hi everyone, good afternoon from ESTNH. ESTNH, I don't know what that means, but hello. Not DNA, ESTNH. East...
Is it Maryland?
No. I don't know what that means, but ESTNH.
MH.
North, New Hampshire.
Oh, New Hampshire.
Something New Hampshire. East New Hampshire. Anyway, Dawn, it's lovely to have you with us. I know you're one of our newer crafters. Thanks for tuning in. Hi to Debbie and Ben and everyone. Hello. And also hi to Shadia.
Yay.
It says hello again to 2 lovely people. Thank you, Shadia. I won't remember. Keep the comments coming in. Let's have a look at this Hydrangea collection. I'll rattle through this fairly quickly because it's one of those collections that you could spend a lot of time going through, and then before you know it, like half an hour's kind of gone over. But it's the Hydrangea collection. We've got the showstopper available for you. So the showstopper is basically everything. If you want then to get the showstopper and get bonus bundles of either the paper and the card or the embellishments, you can do that too. I'll do my very best to explain as we go along, but basically shop the website for the those bundles. The full showstopper collection brings you all of these goodies. First up is this beautiful statement hydrangea. Do you know what I love most about this is the fact that, well, you've got an absolutely beautiful stamp, which is like so big and beautiful and just waiting for you to colour it in. I also love the fact that you've got the die to be able to cut it out, but I love the added addition of the little extra flowers, which you can pop over the top. I think it's such a cool idea to add like a 3D effect to your project. And we all loved as well on the launch, the little dot there as well. As much as there was people saying how great the collection is, so many people were just loving the fact that there's that dot there, so you just know exactly where to position your dies when you cut those out. Also in this set, you have got more beautiful stamps. So that is the Hydrangea stamp. So again, really beautiful, stunning designs for you here to get colouring with. Then you've got your Hydrangea Blooms 3D embossing folder. This is a case of, actually, and Debbie's got a card there that I think on the board it doesn't look much, but when you see it in situ on a project, which is that one there, isn't it?
This one here. I mean, if you look at your board to this one, yeah, it's amazing. Just using it in a different way and putting some gilding wax on there is an amazing embossing folder.
More embossing folders you've got then, the handwritten letter. I
love that one.
Well, I was cooing over the stamps from the Spring Fairy with the writing on. I'm a bit of a sucker for like old script.
Yeah.
Because I think it goes with everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've got a little story about that one. I'll tell you when I come to demo with it.
Oh, have you? It's not the story that's written there, is it?
No.
No?
It's the story that I thought it was a stamp, not an embossing folder.
I'm looking forward to that story. You've then got your climbing hydrangea. This again is super cute because you've got that nice big size stamp. Nice one to kind of go around an aperture, right?
Yes. Yep, perfect.
And then you've also got, the little stamps again there, so you can add more detail to the hydrangea flowers, again with the little notch on the stamp and the dice, so you know exactly how you're going to be cutting that. Sentiments, of course, as well. Sentiments are really nice. You've got things like lots of love, you've got just for you, hydrangea and thank you, and then also this beautiful ditzy floral doily. And again, I just think that is a super die set, which you'll use across multiple collections, won't you?
Oh, totally. I love that die. I think it's really usable. And I love the fact that those middle pieces, like almost look like bars coming down. You could snip them out and then stamp a sentiment in there as well. So there's lots of different uses that you can have for those. And the little petals, they literally pull up. So yeah, it's beautiful.
That's all of your hardware. Then, papers. So if you go for the showstopper, everything I'm about to show you now is in it, and then you get to choose your bonus bundle. So the bonus bundle, I will show you the card and paper now. Paper pad. What's your take on this, Debbie? You love?
I love it. I love it. Yeah. I mean, what's not to love about this, Ben? The colours, they're rich. There's got deep colours and you've got bold pinks. But I love it that it's teamed with that almost sort of rustic tea-stained papers. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
I think as well, like I was chatting about this on the launch show, we've really hit the ball out of the park, because you think of like flowers that everybody loves. I think everyone loves a fuchsia, and we did that really well with the fabulous fuchsia, but the amount of comments we had from people saying how much they love hydrangeas and how much like hydrangeas evoke memories of certain times in their life. It's one of those flowers, isn't it, I think? It
totally is, yeah, and they're so pretty, and I love the fact there's so many different colours of them as well. Yeah, it's beautiful.
I'm a big fan of the reverse as well, with all of that beautiful sort of like,
isn't that nice? I think that's going to be used a lot. I think you need two pads of this, so you can use the B and the A side. Yeah.
That's why if you're going for the showstopper, I would imagine you're going to pop in an extra paper bundle, so you'll get more of these to be able to use. You're going to get the 36 sheet 12 by 12 pad. You then get that again shrunken down into your 6 by 6. Then, of course, we give you your luxury linen card. This is beautiful as well because, you know, once again, you're not going to have to go any further to find the corresponding colours to match, because you've got it all done there for you. Our linen cardstock is absolutely beautiful, and all of these colours will just work perfectly with all of the designs and colours that you've got within your paper pads. You've got 8 colours in there and 3 sheets of each. So that is 24 sheets in total. And then one of my favourite items in this collection, and I think more than anything, I love it because of the size of it, is the vellum pad. It's 8 by 3. And do you know what, like normally when you see vellum, again, people I think get a little bit confused as to how to use it, or maybe they just automatically think, well, I'm going to use it as an insert. I think the size of that, and the loads of cards that we saw in the launch, it's really beautiful to have like as an embellishment on the front of your project, as like a little panel, or as like you could use like a wraparound as well, couldn't you?
They're so cool. So a few weeks ago, I did a masterclass on the classic pens, and we did a pad like this a while ago. We brought it out with a paper pad, and I use this because if you colour on the back of them your alcohol markers, spritz it with some isopropanol, and it distresses it, and it looks really cool then when you turn it over. And someone was asking where you get them from. Well, now you've got a pad here that you can use. I love this pad. I think it's beautiful. It
is so gorgeous, and you get all of the different sentiments in gold, in silver, and also in like the black ink as well. Some really lovely sentiments
so
in
nice,
there too.
Aren't they?
8 by 3 is the size, and just to remind me, you get 36 sheets in there. They're beautiful, and all of that is your paper bundle. So if you then decide to go showstopper, you get that in the paper bundle, half price when you add it in as an extra. And then, I'm not done yet. He did say he was going to speed through this, didn't he? But he hasn't.
Well, you can't because there's so much.
Me love.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Now, let me just remind myself here. Nicola, you might just have to remind myself. No, this isn't the embellishment collection. I'm doubting myself. It is. It's your topper pad. where you've got a whole host of beautiful toppers and sentiments and banners that you can cut out, and you're getting a whole host of elements in here as well, which will simply pop straight out for you to layer onto your projects. It's nice, isn't it, to get little panels like this, little elements like this which you can use on the outside, maybe pop that on the inside of a card and stamp over it with
Well,
a
that's all your
sentiment.
card front. You've got your papers to put your card front, you've got then your toppers to go on top, you've got a sentiment in there, just a little bit of ribbon maybe. It's amazing. I love this pad.
And again, little borders if you want. You can see that you've got like foiling on some of these papers too, so you're just going to be snipping into these. And as we get further, little tags as well, which I think are super cute. Again, little elements there which you can add as embellishments. And as we get further towards the front, you'll find, and look at that, how cute again, that you've got little, what size would that be, like 4x4, wouldn't it? Is that right?
But just great little bats and layers, aren't they, for any of your cards, for your boxes, they'd look nice on. Yeah, it's beautiful.
There are some little here they are. I knew they were in it. I was thinking, where are they? There they are. You've got then your little Hydrangea toppers, which you can pop out.
Yeah.
Again, if you wanted to decoupage up certain elements there, you could. It's just beautiful. Love that little, sort of, what would you call it? Like a little banner that you've got there, with just for you. You've got little thank yous in there too. And all of those will just pop out for you. That is in the embellishments collection, alongside your dewdrops.
I love them.
Which I guess, again, only if you wanted to keep as is, but you could obviously add colour to these too if you want to, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. What these are brilliant for, Ben, is when you've got watercolour backgrounds, if you put them on there, they just show that colour. So it literally looks like you dropped a little pearl of water on your cards. They're amazing. And you can colour them any colour as well.
So you could colour them to match your seam binding ribbon.
Aren't they pretty colours, them ones? Really lovely colours.
But what am I going to colour them with? Well, I mean, you might have your, you probably need your alcohol markers, don't you?
Yeah, alcohol markers to colour them with. But if you coloured underneath them and put the dewdrop on top, they would look that colour.
This is your tricolour aquas. So again, here we've popped in 3 pens. It's actually 9 colours that you're going to be getting there. Again, all water soluble, so you can do all of your mixing and watercolour techniques with these. And whilst these aren't brand new colours, you have got in here like curated colours which are just going to work absolutely perfectly with this collection. And last but by certainly no means least, you have also got in here your set of duet ink pads as well. Once again, all in colours which will work perfectly. So waterfall, you've got your spring buds, and then you've also got your soft heather in there. All that's included in the showstopper. That is also the embellishment bundle. So just to explain again, you go the showstopper, £104, $136 platinum, get that in your basket, and then you choose which one of those bundles, either the paper and the card or the embellishments, you get for half price when you add it in as an extra bundle. Hopefully I've explained that okay. And we're ready for a demo. 20 minutes, not bad. I'll read some more comments as we go, but let's get into this with Debbie. What are you going to be creating for us? Yeah,
let's show you just some of the design team samples, because they truly are spectacular. Like you said, Ben, this embossing folder is just stunning. I mean, who wouldn't want to receive a card like that? And look at those dewdrops on there. They really do look like little pools of water on there. I love this one. I think it's such a beautiful design. Lovely that you can cut all those additional ones out. But look at this script. I mean, the script in the background then, letterpress technique, looks amazing. This half circle round, all the little flowers. This is a collection that you're going to get totally lost in and just be really creative with them. Now this one's that embossing folder again, and how different does it look to that pink one? And just shows you so many different variations that you could do them, which looks totally different. But there's beautiful stamps in here. Love this one using watercolours, but that die in the middle, look how beautiful that pink die is there. I just think they're gorgeous. And I'll just show one more here, because that is incredible. Just a beautiful design. Rebecca Davis has made that one. It's lovely. So using this part as your bridge across looks amazing. So let's pop those to the side and let's get started. So when I was first prepping this, I thought to myself, I got everything, and then I thought, oh, I love that script stamp. Beautiful script stamp. So my story is, I then thought, it's a shame they didn't do a mask with some of the stamps, because then I thought then we could stamp the background over the top. So I took all the time to stamp out and cut out this mask
Oh no.
Because, yeah, so I did it all and then I thought, right, let's get the nice stamp out. We're going to stamp, so we'll stamp that. So I've stamped my image. So here we go, let's just bring the image in. And then I thought, oh, we'll mask over the top.
No.
So I thought, take this out. Look, all the little detail I've cut into, mask that over the top. Thought I can stamp it. Got my embossing folder out. In fact, I haven't even got it out. Where is it? There it is. And I was like, oh, I think that's an embossing folder. I thought it was a stamp. So I decided to do something different, but then I thought, actually, I think this might work still. So you're gonna bear with me. I have got one, I think I have, yeah, I've got one that's finished in a different style, but I actually thought, I think we can get away with the embossing as well. So
when did you find out that it was an embossing folder?
When I took it out of the pack.
When was that?
When I started to prep this,
right, okay.
and I'd already cut this out. That's why it was all cut out. But then I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to leave it on there because there'll be times when maybe I want to stamp another one of those in the background.
Yeah.
And I didn't have no masking tape either, which would have been a lot easier, so I actually cut it out of cardstock. But when you've got a mask, just put it onto your stamp because now if I ever want to do any backgrounds, I can just literally put that on there. I can stamp another one in the background, so it'll still work. I've not wasted it, have I? But yeah, that's my funny story. And note to self, make sure you check what it is before you start. Right, I'm going to bring this in. I've already stamped it, so had that on my leaf here. But what I had done before is using, because there's these little duet ink pads in there. What I had done is I'd stamped around my image using this one here. So this is a great one if you just want to stamp around. And it's just a case, pop it onto your rocker blocks and then you can just stamp the corners. And I'll show you my finished one afterwards, but I'm going to do this a little bit different. So we've got that here. Let's first of all take our pens. So I'm going to be using two of our pens. One is your foliage, so this is a great one to have, and it's got your olive moss and your meadow. And then we've got our spring blooms as well. So I'm going to use this. Now we always take our pens to our mat. Yep. It's the easiest way we find to colour with because they dry quite quickly as well. So it's really good to be able to sort of spread these colours through. And then I'm also going to take the, where's the other colour, this one here, and we're going to just take some of these purples just to blend in with them. So I'm taking quite a few of these colours. And that's the thing I love about hydrangeas, because they can be very different in their looks and their colouring. Then we're going to take a brush and some water. I thought I got it out and I put it away. What have I done with it, Ben? Oh, where's it gone? Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. I got it. Knew it was somewhere. And I'm just going to take some kitchen towel as well. And then we're just going to give this a little paint.
Hi to Jane, who's joined us, saying this is my first full collection. I bought bits of others, but I splashed out on this, and I cannot wait for it to arrive. I think like many others who also splashed out on this collection. Kim says, I love the Hydrangea collection. My favourite flower, and so many awesome ways to use all the amazing pieces in this collection. And Beth Metzger, hello Beth, says, I love the whole collection. The colours are great. I love the purples and that embossing folder. So much fun to play with.
Yeah, they are.
And Barbara R says, love the orange and yellow colour scheme on the flowers. And that's the thing we were chatting in the launch, that I suppose obviously you think of hydrangeas, you're using the sort of colours that Debbie's going with now and painting with, but you can create your own species of hydrangea. I think when we were chatting about it the other day, did I say there was 107 varieties of hydrangea? Really? Yeah.
Wow.
109 was it? Oh, right, sorry. Oh. Someone said, yeah, you could change the look of your hydrangea depending on the pH of your soil, apparently.
Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, totally made it up. There isn't 107. There's 70 species. 70 species. Native to Asia and the Americas, mostly. And depending on what colour the hydrangea, depends on the... It's like with roses, you know, when you have like roses for certain things, the different colours of the hydrangeas mean different things. Because like red rose is love, isn't it?
Oh, I see.
Yellow roses, yellow rose is friendship, I think, isn't it?
I have no idea.
Huh?
I don't know what roses represent, if I'm honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I'm right that red is obviously love, and then...
I didn't know, I just assumed.
Oh. I think that's right. But anyway, hydrangeas, blue is for gratitude or understanding. White hydrangeas, I mean, yeah, who knew? White is for purity and grace. Pink for romance and sincere emotions. And the ones you're doing now are for pride and understanding. How does someone know that?
Who's decided that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You
want the credentials of whoever decided that. Heidi Ranger, I think it was, who came up with that.
I love that.
That's like it always makes me think about people who analyse dreams. Ever thought about that? And they go, well, you dream that. That means X, Y, Z. Is that what
But I think a lot of those make sense. Like if you do, I don't really dream, Ben. It's very rare I have a dream.
Well, here's the thing. They say you do dream every night, but you just don't remember it.
Yeah, so when I went to the doctor, because I was suffering really badly with migraines, and he asked me if I dreamed, and I said, no, I don't dream. And he said to me, you do, you just don't remember.
Yeah.
And he said, but for you to not remember means you're not sleeping soundly enough.
Oh.
Yeah, which was really weird. So he gave me a tablet that I take half an hour before I go to sleep.
What, still?
Yeah, and I take half of this tablet. I couldn't even tell you what it is. And I've never had a migraine since. Yeah.
Well,
I know.
What, so you only had migraines at night time?
No, but I used to suffer with migraines in the daytime. But because he was saying, because I'm, and you probably know this, most people, but I'm terrible for thinking ahead. So I'm not thinking in the moment. I'm always thinking about the next thing I'm doing.
Yeah.
So, and it's because my brain doesn't switch off. But I don't remember those things, which is weird. Oh, I wish Jamie was saying I'm so smart. I'm really, really not. So, yeah, I've got a bit of a practical brain, so I'm always thinking about the practical side of things. But I find it really hard to switch off, which is why I now listen to audiobooks. I don't even listen to music anymore because because I'm listening to a story, I'm not thinking about other things. Because I'm terrible for not being able to concentrate. And there is times when my brain does wander off, and then I think I haven't got a clue what that story was just about, so I have to rewind it back.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
That's why I would much rather read a book, because I think if I listen to an audiobook in the car...
reading's worse for me, so I try and read.
Especially if you're in the car, driving.
Especially if you're in the car. I try and read, and I just can't concentrate. I then have to go back pages because I've forgotten what I've read already. So, yeah. The brain is a crazy thing, absolutely.
Apparently the idea that flowers had different meanings grew in popularity in France and England in the first decades of the 19th century. During this period, many books were published, each claiming to translate the language of flowers and known collectively as floriographies.
Oh.
Thank you, Radical Rachel, for sending that information through. I will not try and claim that as my own. Well, yeah, of course I knew that, Jamie. Of course I did. And Angela joined us saying, hi, everyone. My mini cherry-picked hydrangea collection arrived today. I'm off work tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to trying them out.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a beautiful set.
It's so nice. And again, it's got some really cool elements in it, especially when you've got items like this that you can use to watercolour with. So I'm just putting a light piece of the pen down, and then we're going to go in with the darker one just to darken that up, just to give some light and shade. But you can see I wasn't going to do it all, but then I thought actually I will, because I want to do that background. I'm not worried about going over, because I want it to look like I've watercoloured it. So I'm never worried about things being perfect. So we're just popping them in, because we're gonna still use that embossing folder. So let's pop that into place. I thought it'd be rude not to use the embossing folder, as we've had a bit of a masterclass today.
Absolutely, keep on theme.
Yeah, so we're popping that in underneath the flower, just where it's given us that shade, like so. And that will do. And then I'm just going to give it a quick blast.
Okay.
So, oh, no, I'm not. Oh. I've got no electricity.
Oh. Is it? No, it's on at the wall.
Yeah, it's on at the wall. Oh, what's that? What's that?
Hey, just a little magic. I was an electrician in a former life.
What is that button?
It's just like a little cut-off button, isn't it? Like, I thought it was a little cut-off button to like reset it.
What makes that go off?
In case there's like a surge or something like that, like a little power surge, like cuts it.
There you go. Learn something new every day. Ben the Saviour.
Well, you know. I'm trying to get as multi-skilled as I possibly can. So electrician, vision mixer, producer, presenter. Yeah, I mean all of them. What stamp pad was used for the Hydrangea, says Kim?
What stamp?
Yeah, pad. What ink?
Oh, sorry, it was this one here. So, Nor Black, waterproof.
Yes.
Yeah, you want your waterproof one when you're using watercolours. If you're using alcohol pens, then make sure you use your alcohol-proof one. Yeah, just the black one. Right, so we've coloured that in. Now, so I thought, instead of stamping over the top, let's use our embossing folder.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm still going to use my embossing folder. Now, you could just go straight over the top like that. But I thought, because I'd already cut it out, why don't we actually do a letterpress technique,
nice,
but keep this over the top. So even though it will emboss, it will stop that ink going right over.
Okay.
So we're going to, I haven't tried this, by the way, Ben. It was just in my head.
Danger crafting again,
afterwards,
I love this.
Yeah, afterwards I was thinking, actually, that would be really cool. So there we go, just putting that straight over the top. And then we're going to use this green one, so in the background. And I'm literally going to rub this all over the front of my folder.
Rachel said it must have been Debbie's electric personality that tripped the switch.
Ah,
yes.
Rachel, that's such a nice thing to say.
That's absolutely what it was.
Right, so we've put all that there, and then we're going to put that straight over the top. So what's going to happen, the green will go onto my mask, but actually the background will hopefully give me that, just that subtle look on there. So what we're going to do is use our base cutting plate. I'm going to pop in my magnetic shim as well, because I'm asking this to go for another piece of card in there, and then we're going to put our top plate on top of that. And then I'm going to hold my breath and hope it goes all right. Oh, look, it's gone again. Oh, no, it hasn't.
Oh.
Just didn't switch it on. Put my
Stop being so electric over there.
Right, let's have a look.
Oh, I'm looking forward to
So
this.
that would have gone through. So let's take this off. Never done this before over a stamp. Oh, look at that. That looks nice, doesn't it? But
get ready.
then we can take this away, and then we've got our coloured ink underneath. So, I actually put some stick and spray to hold it down. If you're using your sticky, your, what's it called, masking tape, yep, yeah. Thank you, Jamie, then you will, that will come off a lot easier. But my stick and spray.
Yeah, there is a masking tape, not a bundle, just masking tape on its own is available in the tools section, I think.
Oh, nice. So I'm just very gently taking this off.
Is that still embossed underneath as well then?
It's not embossed much, because that's actually masked that.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, so we can get that done. And then let's make our card. So I've got all my bits here, and then we're just going to use this. So what I am going to do is we're going to trim this up to fit onto our card.
I love the fact that we're sort of trying new things over the last few days, and just, you know what, we're live on air, but let's just try it. Let's just see if it works. This, I absolutely love it. I've
been really enjoying the shows where we've just been trying all these things out. Yeah, I do quite like it, I must admit. So let's just cut those ones like so. So that's going to go on our middle section there. And then what I've got here is I've took out, so I've just put, we've got a moment to treasure on there. And then all I've done, Ben, is I've created this card. So I've done this out of my, I've put 2 pieces of cards. So I've just put this extra bit on. I'll give you the measurements. So I've done a piece which is 6 1/4, and then I've scored it at 1/2 inch. And then my other piece of card, 6 1/4 by 8 1/2, and then I've done 6 1/2, then 6 1/2 by 7 3/4, which is my back panel. And then all I've done is I'm matting and laying these 2 pieces of card together. And actually, I feel like that's a bit of a waste. So what I am going to do is let's bring in our trimmer. I'm literally going completely off piece here. I don't want that one. As much as I love the bit of the Violet Studio, I like to use my branded Crafter's Companion.
Very good, very good.
We're going to pop this in here because I'm actually thinking let's cut this out, and then that way it won't we won't waste any. So let's bring it in. I need to do it the other way. Is it that way? Yes, no, it is that way. I'm talking to myself, apologies. So we're going to come in. Let's come in. Yeah, let's do 2. So let's come in there. So put it on the 2. And then all we're going to do is all the way around. I'm just going to sort of gut that middle piece of the card out.
Whilst you're doing that, there's lots of love for that technique coming through. Pat says, I love that technique. The colouring is lovely, Debbie, says Lois. Karen Fisher. Mrs. Fisher!
Mrs. Fisher!
I'm back for round 2, watching whilst colouring. And Shelley G says, I love seeing the way the different presenters colour things. Helps me find a way that works for me. This is very pretty.
Yeah, there's no rights and wrongs. So, yeah, I think you absolutely should do what's right for you. So we've got our extra piece here, so that way I haven't wasted any of that. So we've got that piece that's going to go on the inside of our card. Then we've got this piece that's then going to go on the top. So let's pop that on there. And it's still a little bit too big for the front, so I'm going to trim that down as well. And in fact, I will just stick it all into place. So let's bring my tape pen in. I absolutely love this Hydrangea collection. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
So we're just going to place that on there. So just got a little rim all the way around the outside. And then we'll just trim that one down.
I almost want to start a Hydrangea. Are we doing another demo later on? Could we do a Hydrangea gallery, do you think?
A Hydrangea gallery?
Well, I've seen people sending in messages saying about the hydrangeas that they've got growing in their garden.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Anyone up for that? Are we up for that in the gallery or not really? Maybe? Oh! There's already a picture of what? Oh, of a make. Okay. Well, listen, let's start. So, when's the next Hydrangea demo? At the end of the show? Okay, so if you'd like to feature in our Hydrangea gallery, let's arrange a gallery. See what I did there? Don't hide away from it. Send us in your pictures of any makes that you've done with your Hydrangea collection, or pictures of your beautiful hydrangeas, because as I say, what did I read from Google a minute ago? Aren't they very prevalent in the US, I think? Did I read that? I read it.
Aren't hydrangeas quite tricky to keep? Don't they have to have a certain soil if you like putting them in the ground?
I'm not sure. I know from what Sarah was saying, they're quite expensive.
Yes,
to have
they
in
are
your garden.
expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, because they're quite big. You can get massive
They're
ones,
big,
can't
yeah.
you? They're really big. Yeah, I remember my mum having one, and yeah, and she wouldn't let. And in fact, it's a funny story. But I remember the. I think I've told you before. We have little deers called munkjacks.
Oh yeah, little
in
tiny,
Norfolk,
yeah.
And the hydrangea used to be outside the front of my mum's house, and she didn't realise at the time. But the munkjacks were coming and eating the heads off the hydrangeas. So and she didn't realise who was doing it. She thought someone was like doing it, like picking
taking them away.
And then she realised, then she caught one once before, and it was actually eating them.
How weird is that? Stephanie just said, mine looked great all summer, but then just before fall, the deer found them, but only picked the heads off one bush.
Oh, okay, yeah. That is funny. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. And my mum saw it one day, and she said, it's those munkjacks, they're coming in. And they don't normally come in that far into estates. But yeah,
drawn in by the hydrangeas.
They obviously liked her hydrangea, yeah.
Wow. I didn't realise as well, because Sarah was saying when she has a bouquet of flowers, she likes to have hydrangeas in a bouquet of flowers, and I never saw them as, this sounds silly, but I never saw them as flowers that would go in a bouquet, if you know,
Yeah, I don't
what
think
I mean.
I've ever had one.
She bought some for Laura when we moved up here, yeah.
And there we go, there's our finished one. So we've put our one on the side and put that extra bit. And if I just bring this one in, so all I did different with this one, can't see the green so much, but I've just used the stamp in the corner of that one. So I thought I'd use the stamp, and then I thought, well, let's use the embossing, and actually it works really well, the embossing at the end.
Very classy. Again, love that use of the vellum as well. Just absolutely brilliant. Thank you for the demo, Debbie. Says nanny for the girls. Anne says, I do quite a bit of I wonder what would happen if I crafting. I love that. Surely that's the fun as well, though, isn't it? Like sometimes just getting all your stuff out and just going, oh, what would happen if I, and then just trying and see what happens. I mean, sometimes it's going to come off great. Other times maybe not so great, but a little bit of fun. Danger crafting, as we like to call it. Liz McLean, there's another show for potential 24/7. Dangercraft. Dangercraft. What were the other ones we did? The Law Court of Leanne. Yeah. What was the other one we had today? Can't remember. Liz
Cooking
says,
with Christina.
Oh, Cooking with Christina. Yeah. So we go into the cafe and do like a half-hour cooking. And also, yes, the air fryer special show with Debbie, because apparently we found out this morning, frying with the fish. Debbie is a bit of a dab hand and an expert when it comes to air fryers.
Yes, so, I love my air fryer.
Yeah.
Yes, I bet everyone that's got an air fryer loves their air fryer.
I do not have one. I don't have one yet, and Nicola doesn't have one either.
They all want one now.
Maybe. Well, I just have the fact. Well, Debbie makes it sound like you can literally do anything like, in your air fryer. You can like do your breakfast, you do your lunch. You can
do everything.
Get ones where you can fit a whole
chicken
in there.
Beef. Yep. It's cheaper to run, quicker to cook, and it takes no fat at all.
And here's the other thing I didn't realise: you can sink it as well, right?
Yes, you can.
So you sink your food.
The 2 baskets. Yeah.
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 So if you had like meat in one basket and then your veg in another, you just tell it and then it will cook it so to finish at the same time.
I know.
I mean, you know all this
So
already because you've probably got one. I don't have one. I'm selling it to myself. Coming soon on Crafters TV. Air frying with fish. Jean says, I have hydrangeas in my yard. Yeah, feel free to send in your pictures. So that'd be quite nice later on. Hydrangea pictures of your flowers in your garden, but also makes as well that you've already done with this amazing collection. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And Liz says it is true that the type of soil you have defines whether your flowers will be pink or blue. And thank you to Pat, who says, my parents had a beautiful hydrangea bush in their yard. Depending on the pH of the soil, that year it would change colour. I wish I'd taken a piece of it because the people who bought the house cut it down.
Shame.
And Deborah Spencer, here we go with the air fryers. Love my air fryer. Also, I would send my kids to. I would send my kids to college without one. Also, I wouldn't send my kids to college without one. Oh, so you are sending your kids to college with an air fryer? Love is all you need. An air fryer is all you need. Right, we're going to take a short break. We'll give you opportunity to get your carts and your baskets checked out. Anything that you've got in your carts, get checked out. As I say, we're going to have a look at the Easter collection still to come, also the Spring Fairy and more from the Hydrangea later on too. And because she's in tomorrow with a brand new launch, by the way, we thought we would have a look at this little video which will tell you more about the lovely Sheena Douglass.
My dad was a printer, which was the old, the old letter-set printer, the type, the old printer's type. So he used to bring home offcuts of card. And so I always had paper and card around me from as long as I can remember. He would donate bits of offcuts to the school I went to, and so it was always accessible. My mum and dad bought me colouring products, art products, and good quality art products, like adult quality art products. So I found I could draw from a really early age. So really between that and crafting, it's just been punctuating all through my life. I think you can get inspiration from anywhere. It's hard, there's never one source. It's from anywhere. It could be a crafting person, it could be a non-crafting person. It inspires me in different aspects. It could be art, inspiration from artists, inspiration from crafters, or inspiration on just inspiring people. It's all about the viewers. If it wasn't for the viewers, then there's no purpose in what? What am I doing it for? It's not about me, what I can do, it's about what I can inspire the viewers to do. And if I'm not inspiring them, then I'm not doing my job. So it's all about the viewers, and keeping them interested, fired up to give new things a try. And mostly, any blocks, anything that holds someone back is more confidence than ability. That's what I've found. So if I can inspire people and give them that little bit of confidence to give them the nudge, fantastic. I think the biggest achievement is keep doing what I'm doing for so long now. I remember, you know, when I first started, you know, everything's new. It can just, you know, maybe the enthusiasm and the love for what you do might wane, but it hasn't. You know, here I am, as I said, 18 years further down the line, professionally crafting, and I think that's my greatest achievement, is that I'm still loving it, doing it, enjoying it, and the feedback's been incredible from, you know, from the crafters, and that's what I'm doing it for. So that, I think, is my greatest achievement, and the feedback I'm still getting. Not many people know this, but I'm going to share this now, is when I lived in America and I was 19, my eyelashes turned white. So this is still my hair colour. Oh, I'm getting on a bit now, but it's just my natural hair colour, dark hair colour, white eyelashes. I look like, you know, the John Wyndham, you know, the Midwich Cuckoos. I look like one of those little alien people with me if I don't wear mascara. Underneath it, lily white eyelashes. Go figure. I did worry for a while I was going to turn white, you know, emanate out from my eyes, which would have looked very strange to try and disguise for a bit.
Welcome back. Zoe says, we got an air fryer a number of years ago. Hubby and I never got on with it. I've never been a person who goes with the trends. Oh. Jamie's just gone, well, you're wrong. That's what he said.
I'm genuinely shocked. I've never met anybody that doesn't love their air fryer. Yeah, each to their own, I say.
And Audrey29 says, hello, Audrey says, we got an air fryer a few months ago and it's the best thing we ever bought.
Yeah, absolutely.
James has said, you're right. We are going to have a look at the Easter collection, and we thought, do you know what, we'll get into another demo sort of fairly quick off the bat here. So let's get into it, and then I'll show you all around the collection, everything that you're going to get in just a few moments' time. But details are on your screen here. Remember, this comes with that gorgeous Miracle of Easter die set, which I think is still only available with us. So I'll take you all around it in just a second, but Debbie has got a quick fire demo with it.
Yes, absolutely. Let's just show how this one works and what we can do. And also I'm going to bring a couple of elements because I thought this would work really well with the springtime scene. So I'm going to bring in the sunbeam and the shimmer spray, which is the rose bud. But first of all, let's cut this out and just show how beautiful this die is. Now, the die itself comes in two parts. So it is a creator card die, as is all of these dies in the collection. So basically, if I wanted that in the middle of my card, just a square piece of card, I could just cut that in and it wouldn't come out. If I want the whole thing out, which is what I'm going to do here, we're going to use that to cut that out. So you're just going to pop some low tack tape down. We're going to just pop that in so it doesn't move in our Gemini, and I'm just making sure that I have a similar amount of space around the edge. So hold that one there and on the other side as well. And then I am using my large Gemini, but I'm just going to use my Gemini Junior plates because we can just pop that through onto there. Actually, I've just used my Gemini Junior plates all day today, so it's quite handy that you can use smaller plates in your bigger Gemini. So once you've done that, it cuts out beautifully. It's such a lovely die. So let's take those ones out and pop them to the side. And then we're going to bring this one in and just take that out. I mean, look at this. It cuts beautiful. So I'm just going to wiggle this part out. Look how nice that is. Such a beautiful die.
Love
so you can see that gives us our gorgeous oval shape. And then what I've done is, if we just going to make sure to take all those little pieces out of there, we're going to use our outside cutting die as an aperture in our card. So this one is going to go here. But before I cut that out, I'm going to use this piece of card to make a little bit of a mixed media background. Now, if you don't want to use the middle section, cut it out and do it afterwards. But I always think, well, if you cut it out when it's done, then you've got a nice little oval shape that you can use to mat and layer it on. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my blending brush, more so because this is really quick. I know they're not in stock, but it will blend really quickly over my background. So just bringing that in, just making sure we work that all over. So nice and quick. They will be in soon. I know I'm always teasing with these.
I'm sure Leanne said that they are due for, didn't she say that yesterday? They're due for delivery imminently.
Imminently.
So maybe come back every day and just keep checking, because as soon as they're back in, they'll probably disappear again.
Yeah, they'll just go again. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just going to bring that in to hold my fingers down, so I'm not putting my fingers into there. And then we're going to give it added shimmer, because we're going to use our shimmer spray as well. So just making sure we blend all that in just very quickly. There we go. So that is, I mean, that's just, you've got this amazing shimmer spray now. And so what's a shimmer background? What that's made it into, Ben, it's made it into a piece of Centura Pearl, really.
Yeah.
Then we're going to use our spray on the top. So just give that a little bit of a shake. I'm going to just get another piece of card to pop down underneath, just so it doesn't go anywhere, or everywhere, should I say. And then we're just going to come at the side. Oh, I put a bit too much. Now, if I had a box, I would have sort of left it and lifted
Brenda.
it a bit higher. Left it, not lift it.
Where's Brenda when you need her?
Where's Brenda? So let's just heat that up. Not heat it up. I'm going to dry it, should I say. Yes, dry it. But look how well these two colours work together. They're so, so beautiful. So lovely shimmer on there. And you could put as much or as little as you want. What I would say is put what you want down first, and then if you want more, then go back to it, rather than do it all in one go.
Yeah.
So I don't want to cover. That was more than I used before, but I didn't want to cover it. But actually, I'm quite liking that.
Looks really good.
Yeah, it looks amazing. So we've got this amazing shimmer card. In these gorgeous spring colours that are going to go so well with the Easter collection. So once you've done that, I am just going to grab myself a wipe here, and just so we can clear up.
You're very good cleaning as you go.
I can't bear it, Ben. I'm terrible. I just can't bear the mess. So right, so there we go. We've got our, and if I just move that to it, just look at that.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Ooh, it's so nice, isn't it?
Incredible.
Yeah. Beautiful. So you've got that beautiful background. Then what you're going to do is you're going to use your oval shape here to go over the top like so. And then when so this one I've already done, you can see, so I've done this a bit more yellow and the spritz on there. So it's just, you're just getting those different effects every single time. When you've cut this out, that would then be good, because you can then put this over the top of that.
Oh, nice.
And then you've got that beautiful bit in the middle. But what I have done is we've took that middle section out. I've then used another one so we can mat and layer that on the top. So the same oval, but we've just put that through both so we can sort of mat and layer those two colours. And then I'm actually just going to bring in my finish one, because what I've done here, I've just made this box. We've put this on the front here and just put that round the extra pieces, which just looks absolutely beautiful.
That's really
I
cute.
really wanted to just show you those techniques and then show you some of the samples that we've got, because the samples are beautiful.
There's this cross.
What I love about this collection, Ben, is the fact, and we said this when we launched it, is there's not much in this collection. So it's a really nice small collection, and it's just enough for your Easter, and it's enough to go with all the Easter collections that we had out in the past. So your papers that you've got in fact, this was one of the cards we made on the launch of here. Another one here, we've got loads here actually, because we made quite a few on launch.
And it's nice,
day.
isn't it, again, as we chatted, that you've got the kind of religious side of Easter, but then you've got the more sort of fun Easter bunny side of it as well.
Absolutely, yes. This one's lovely because this is actually a stamp. So that joy stamp has been stamped onto some dotty paper and then cut out. So just fussy cut out. And the stamps in the background come with that joy stamp. So that's a beautiful card, that one. It's done by Carol Loriman, that one. And then another different one. So both, that's the same stamp, but done in a totally different way. So really nice Easter collection that you can do. Again, another one that we made here, which is gorgeous. We've used this with the Bohemian papers, so you can use it with whatever you've got in your stash. I've got another one here, which I absolutely love, because I think you can paper piece it, you can use it as shaker cards. I love the fact that you can colour it in. So this has been cut in and then another panel put on the outside. And that cross that cuts out of the middle, you can see has been placed on the inside. So yeah, another beautiful design. And then if I bring this one in, we've got that diorama shape, and that's just creating another one where you've got the creator card going through the middle, but then you've got another section that's on the back there to give that sort of matte and layered effect. And then one more here, which is so stunning.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that could be a christening card, it could be for a wedding, it could be for a baptism, whatever you like to do, but for your Easter cards, it's going to be amazing. And the other thing is, Ben, is that we always think of, like, because we don't all send Easter cards out, but we all send Easter gifts. We all give presents, or we make tags, we make gift cards, we make little gift bags, gift boxes. So all those things are just going to be amazing, and I just love this collection.
Lots of love coming through for this set. Also those brushes as well, obviously not in stock, but as we said, chatting to Leanne yesterday, we know those are on the way back. So hopefully sooner rather than later. Hilary just says, I've recently bought the brushes. I love them. They are so much better than the pads. Hopefully they're not in the sea, producer Nicola. I mean, hopefully if they are in the sea, they're on a boat on the sea and they're like speeding their way to us. And Carol D says, the sponge type ink applicators are great for gilding flakes, makes it easier to keep at a single sponge for each colour. Rachel says they'd float, get there eventually. So if they were in the sea, just take a little bit longer for them to get here. Yes, it depends on the direction of the current, Jamie, as well. Now, if you do want the Easter collection, I'll show you everything that you're going to get. There is the Showstopper collection, which we briefly flashed up the details for earlier. That, if you go to the website, all of the options are there for you. But I think probably with this one, the majority of people were just going for the Easter collection as a whole. And as we've chatted about, it is an Easter / sort of springtime collection for you, but also a really lovely collection, as we've discussed, to use for all sorts of those projects like christenings, baptisms, confirmation cards, maybe sympathy cards, weddings, all those kind of things. Really, really useful for. What I do love about this, though, is that, as I said, you do get that kind of sort of fun side of Easter with the die set that you're getting here, for example, with the Easter bunnies. And this one's perfect as well, because that could just be a really beautiful springtime scene. Obviously, you've got the shape of that die there giving you that egg shape. So yes, going to be Easter. As a few of you pointed out, if you flip that upside down, you've then got a balloon. So you could create balloon bunting with it. You could create egg bunting with it. You can do exactly what you're seeing here, create a beautiful panel, cut it straight into your cardstock. Or as we were chatting about again on the launch, if you want to do like Easter crafting with the kids, just to cut a load of these egg shapes out for you, and then the kids can then create their own little Easter cards. It's a really fun way of kind of sharing the joy of this collection with the kids and the grandkids. Here are those two fantastic die sets. This one wasn't available on HSN when we launched it there, is available with us now. It's called The Miracle of Easter. What a collection of dies you've got here. 4 beautiful dies which will allow you to create beautiful panels, beautiful toppers, beautiful cut-ins to your projects as well. Lots of different ways to be able to use those, and that is, I think, one of the most beautiful die sets that we have done. You've also got, as far as the sort of cross element is concerned with that, this one, which is that floral cross, bit more of your sort of standard sort of creator card, if you like. Cut it in, cut it out as a topper. Beautiful for colouring, as we saw with Debbie. Beautiful for paper piecing, making your shakers with as well. And then you've also got your stamps, the 5 stamp set here, which is the Joy. So again, really, really fun. I mean, that again doesn't have to be Easter. That could be for all year round. Lots of different projects you could pop the big, bold Joy letters onto with some foliage. You've got that peace dove and then the Easter sentiment there too. And then talking of sentiments, you've got plenty within this set. 8 stamps in total. And what I quite like about this is that you've got beautiful kind of stamps for the outside of your project, like have a happy Easter. And then you've got verses to pop on the inside as well. That's the 5-piece collection. £36 is your platinum price, $48. And once again, if you decide that you want to go for individuals, just type in the Easter collection on the website and the showstopper's there for you too. But a really nice collection to go with maybe the Easter box which you bought from us previously, or if last year you indulged in some of the Violet Studio Easter goodies, again, you've got that mix and match around with that collection as well. Can you believe it? We are into the second hour of the show already. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. Thanks for joining us. It's a launch party where we are looking back at some of the biggest and best launches of the last week or so. We've already covered off the Hydrangea collection. Such a big collection is that we're going to have to do more with that, which we're going to do over the course of this show. And of course, we just had a look at the Easter collection. This hour, we'll be seeing, as I say, more from the Hydrangea collection. If you've got any pictures of projects that you've made recently, feel free to fire those in. And also, any pictures of your hydrangeas, which maybe are growing in your garden. Maybe not now, but that have been growing in your garden. And we will show those in a gallery over the course of this hour. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Not a big uptake on this so far, do I believe? How many have we got? Oh, 3's all right. 3's all right. Oh, 1 is from Mrs. Fisher.
Hey!
You have to go back and watch Masterclass to understand that. So that's all coming up. Plus, we have got the Spring Fairy collection, which we're going to look at in just a second. Just to remind you too that our Love to Craft event is on. So over on the website, you're going to find lots of deals popping up daily today, because we had our amazing masterclass earlier on with Debbie, all about embossing folders. You're going to find lots of deals when it comes to embossing folders and items that you might use alongside your embossing folder in a new little drop-down box on the Love to Craft page. Kim Lusk says on Facebook, Debbie, that Easter card, oh, here we go. That Easter card is exquisite. Kidding aside, it is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for that excellent comment, Kim. And coming up this hour, Debbie, so more Hydrangea, but we're going to concentrate first up on the Spring Fairy, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so let's get into that. I'll take you around everything that you're going to get. The Spring Fairy collection has proved so popular. If you do get a chance to go back and watch the launch show with Leanne, make sure you do, because it was brilliant. But look at the colour palette that you're going to be getting with this collection. It is absolutely, I think, what we need right now, isn't it? I think we've come out of winter, come out of the back end of 2023, into 2024. Spring is just on the horizon there. This is the kind of colour palette that we want to be working with. It is beautiful. And what you're getting here is actually a new set of colours when it comes to the pens, when it comes to the glitters and the pads. The only thing which you would have seen before is just down the bottom here, that gorgeous rose gold gilding flakes. But as producer Nicola says to me, they're consumable, so you need to stack up. That's exactly how she said it.
That's exactly what she said.
That's exactly how she said it. So you are going to get within this, your tricolour aqua pen, which is this one here. So your fairy, which is your fairy blooms. So within that, you're going to get the one pen, but three colours. You're going to get soft sun, warm blush, and then your magical green. That makes up your fairy blooms collection. So three colours within that pen, those transorbs there, allowing you to lay those colours down, mix them up with your water. Sorry, Debbie's just having a little giggle to herself over the other side of the studio. We will not delve into why. She makes herself laugh. She makes her own. She makes her own entertainment. Whilst I'm doing the #Profesh stuff, she just laughed at herself, really. I don't
actually know why we were laughing.
I don't know why you're laughing. I don't want to know. We are having a great time. This time tomorrow we're having a great time, because I'll be 3 minutes into my vision mixing career.
Yes, you will.
So tomorrow night at this time, I mean, you will not be getting great cuts like this. It'll be like that. Oh, be zooming in and out. Zooming in and out.
Will you be able to tell us as well as do it? Because that's the hardest thing, isn't it? Is
yeah.
Tell us that, like, Debbie
So with Debbie in vision, then I'll go Ben in vision. Like that. And then I'll stop talking, or who will be here? Or you? Oh, no, so it'll be Debbie in vision, and it'll be Sheena in vision. No, because this will be Debbie in vision. Oh, Debbie in vision? Ben in vision. There you go. Yeah. So I'll be doing that tomorrow anyway. Be fun, won't it?
It will be fun.
What an upskill, you know. Producer, presenter, vision mixer. I would take your job, Jen, for goodness sake. You are like some sort of whiz. He was going through it all earlier on, going, listen, you press this and you do that and you move this and you do that and you zoom in here and you press this and you put that on here and you press that. I was
But
like,
that's your thing, isn't it? You're quite good with things like that. I wouldn't have a clue. I'd be, hang on, let me write that down.
Yeah. I think because when I used to do my radio show, obviously I had to present and produce and do all of the technical side of things. So I sort of watched it and picked it up fairly quickly. That's not to say it's going to be great tomorrow, but I understood it quite quickly.
Yeah, I would never be able to go. I mean, it would be a wreck. You'd have a wreck of a show. If it was
I know, let's do that tomorrow then. Me and you go in the gallery, right? And we'll have Nicola and Jamie out here with Sheena.
Yeah, we'll
Yes.
all switch roles. We should do that. We should have a role changing day or a role changing show. That would be very funny.
To stick all of the names and all of the roles in a hat and then see who draws out what.
Oh, that would be funny. That would be funny. Well, they've asked for new ideas.
Well, new content for the 24/7. I'm not sure that one will get past. But anyway, I've only shown you one pen. Other pen, you're going to get your tricolour brush pen. So this one, again, is your three colours in your alcohol markers here. So you've got the Sunglow, you've got your soft orange, and then you've got your floral radiance. Also within this set, you are going to receive one of our metallic paint markers as well, which is your rose gold. So those are the three pens that you're going to be receiving. But you can see again already that the colour palettes here are just going to work absolutely brilliantly together, because you come down to the second level here, glitter paste. So this is that gorgeous fairy dress glitter paste. It is absolutely beautiful. You're getting a rather large tub of that as well. So 50 ml, just going to pair up so nicely with all of the colours that you're getting in your pens. Then you're going to get your shimmer spray. This one here, oh, look at that, the beautiful dancing green. That one, again, working perfectly with your glitter, working perfectly with the colours that you've got in your tricolour aqua. You're also getting your shimmer spray in the rosebud as well. Next, if we just stay down here, you've got my favourite in this collection, that chunky glitter paste. My goodness me. If you're going for the full collection, go for more of these. You can go for like individuals on top of the actual bundle. So grab more of this, because look at that. It is absolutely beautiful. So that's included. If we then come along to the middle section, you've then got all of your embellishments, if you like. So you've got your little sunshine drops in there, little pearls. You've got your gems, which are called the flower kisses. Those are more like sort of faceted gems. Then you've got sequins, big pot of sequins. Big. You've then got your fairy wings, which is your beautiful glitter glue. And then you've got your ink pad. So you've got a champagne shimmer ink pad, which is your Sunbeam. You've also got, I love this shade of green. It's a duet ink pad, that one. So so many different things that you can do with your duet ink pad in the Sweet Pea. You've got your glitter. One of the biggest glitter pots I think we've ever done, 50 ml. And then you've also got your luxury gilding flakes in the soft rose. And as I say, that's the only repeat as far as items that you might have seen before. Alongside that, all of that, you get all of the goodies to be crafting with. Do it the other way around this time. So you've got beautiful dies in here. These are just going to be great for all sorts of projects. I love that. Yes. The new Live, Laugh, Love, says producer Nicola, is believe, love and dream. Really like that. Deep words from you at this time on a Friday night. Friday? Tuesday. Tuesday night. Yes, Philosophical Tuesday. There's another show. Next is this beautiful embossing folder, that floral meadow. You're also going to get included in your bundle all of the stamps, which is the fairy of the meadow. So you've got that beautiful fairy stamp in there. You've also got loads of beautiful flowers, foliage, sort of woodland flowers, and that beautiful script stamp as well. And then you get three fantastic stencils. You've got the mushrooms, you have got the foliage. Look at the chunky glitter paste, absolutely marvellous. And then last but by no means least, you've got your beautiful florals, that combining the duet ink pad and then the glitter on top of there as well. So all of that is included in the bundle. £79.99 or $107.99 is your is your platinum price on that. If you want to go for the full collection, there you have it. If you just want to go for individuals, you can do that too. But also worth bearing in mind, if you go for the showstopper collection, you can then add in more of the items that you really love that you think you might use quicker than any of the others. Hi to Carol, who says, I adore the colour of the Sunshine Pearls, and the light orange in the tri-blend marker reminds me of apricots. Shall we have a look at some finished... I'm being so professional, and every time I look over, she's... I don't know what she's laughing at, but if we can keep it #profesh, yeah?
Yes, Ben.
Okay. So, you got some cards.
Let's have a look at some samples, because the samples are beautiful. There is so much you can do with this. So from the first collection that we bought out, which was our Mermaid Dreams, we then thought, let's add to that and bring out some stamps, some stencils, some dies, just to go with it. There's only a few, but I love the fact that you've now got this amazing mixed media array of colours and ink pads and sprays, but we've now got extra additional items that you can use with it. I love that card. I think it's gorgeous. So you can see all the dream and the believe and the love, and that's all the words that are in there, and just been put in that background. It looks like an embossing folder, doesn't it? It looks amazing. Love that one. You've got those amazing shaker elements. I love this as well, Ben. I don't know if you've noticed, but the actual, they're like a matte colour, like a satin instead of shiny, because most sequins are shiny. These aren't. They've got that matte finish, which makes them look really different to anything we've seen before. This is such a beautiful stencil, and just being able to use all those elements on top. Those dies you're just going to be using in so many different things, especially, I mean, not only your Valentine's card for the love, but actually in scrapbooking, they're going to be look really, really
and
good.
home decor bits.
On your big, yeah, absolutely. Really, really good for those sort of things. But whatever you put with them, they're just going to look amazing. Right, I've got loads of samples, but I also want to show you how they go together. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to use lots of different elements. I've got some watercolour cardstock, and we're going to bring in our embossing folder. So I want to emboss this beautiful folder. So this is our floral meadow. So we're just going to pop our card into the middle there, just making sure I've got all of that in there. Slightly smaller piece of card, and then we've got another piece of card which we're going to do a little bit of the mixed media on. So I'm going to pop that to the side. First of all, just take our ink pad. So we've got that Sunbeam, beautiful Sunbeam ink pad. So I'm going to use this to put just on my mat. So what I'm going to do is just dot it around like so. And then we're going to use our spritzer, not shimmer spray, we're just going to use a spritzer. So this is just water. And all we're going to do is just put a little bit of water down. Don't want too much down, because we're just going to pick this up. And it doesn't matter where you put it, you'll see you'll get different amounts in there. If you want some more water, you can. So we're going to build that up a little bit more. And then what I would say is, when you're doing this, once you get to a point where you want to then start overlaying, I would dry that. So let's just bring in my kitchen towels just to wipe that. And then we'll just dry that, and then we're going to do it again. And the reason I want to just wipe that is because I don't want any water on my ink pad. So we're just going to dry in between each lay down of colour. So give that a quick dry. Now you could do the same. In fact, I might do that actually, because that one is our metallic. So that's got metallic shine in there. But what I am going to do is I'm going to bring my pens in, or pen in. So the great thing about this, not only can you use your amazing ink pads, we've then got our tricolour marker. This one is your aqua, so it means that you've got your different colours here. So let's bring in that gorgeous, because this is a really strong yellow here. And I'm going to add a little bit of green. Oh, I didn't want to do that. We're just going to do exactly the same. So let's just pop that there. I'm also just going to put a little touch of green. And then I don't really want much of the strong colour we've got here, which is your soft sun, but I'm just going to put a little tiny bit in between. And then we're going to do exactly the same with that. So we're going to spritz that.
Yeah.
And then, because this is dry now, we're going to start to pick that up, which is going to layer on the top.
So as long as you dry in between again, you can just layer up on layer up on layer, can't you?
Yeah.
And just do so many different
Yeah,
things with it.
absolutely. And it looks really different every single time.
You could really go to town, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So let's try that one again. So we're just drying that off. Just try that one off. And then let's do a little bit more again. So again, I'm just wiping that. I don't want, it's not because I want to waste it, I just don't want, and I'm just going to put quite a bit on there now of that yellow. And bring that one in, bring a spritzer in. Drying it in between because I don't want water to go on my pen or in my ink pad. And then let's just fill in some of the gap at the bottom and the top. There we go, we're really starting to build that colour up now. So just like so. And then when you get to the point where you like what you've got, stop, don't do it anymore, don't overdo it, keep drying it in between. So we've got a really lovely lay down of that gorgeous yellow, so let's give that a dry. And we've got just that tiny bit of the sort of pink coming through. And these colours are just going to work so well together. They remind me of sorbet colours, you know when you get like the sorbet, they're those sort of colours. So beautiful.
Fruit salad sweet, says Jamie.
Yeah, fruit salad sweet, that's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
I used to love a fruit salad, not a blackjack though. Did you like a blackjack?
I was always a bit wary about fruit salads and blackjacks because they were so chewy and I was always worried that they were going to pull my teeth out.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I never used to worry about my teeth when I was younger.
What was I going to say? Do they still even do sorbets anymore? Do you get like sorbets in posh restaurants?
I've never had one. I mean, it's just flavoured ice, isn't it?
Well, it's to cleanse your palate, isn't it, for like the next course? Yeah, that's why they have sorbets.
The last time, well, the only time I can't remember, but when we went to Italy, they had that there. So we went to a restaurant
in between
there.
in
Yeah,
oh, okay.
They brought out a sorbet when you were waiting. Right, so that's that one. Then what we're going to do is bring in our shimmer spray next. So we're going to add that shimmer spray. And in fact, I'm going to use my same piece of card that I used earlier. So let's pop that on there. And then we're just going to come. Now, depending on what height, if I go near, and if, in fact, I'll just do it on here, you get a really big lay down of colour. The more you are away, the sort of lighter the spritz. And I'm trying not to go too far out because it's going to really, it'll go everywhere, yeah, which is, it's already starting to spread. So it's like a disease. It's really not, it's just that. So what I would say is make sure you get yourself a box and then that way you won't cover your craft room or your kitchen table. And because you don't want no one moaning at you because you've covered everything with beautiful, well actually who's going to moan if you cover everything with beautiful shimmer. So we're just going to dry this one off and then that's our first background done, and then we're going to do some painting with that beautiful embossing folder. So let's just dry that one. And what I love about this, but I think we've made what we class as mixed media, which is normally people find quite hard to get their head around. We've simplified it. So literally, mixed media is just anything you throw at your bit of card.
Yeah.
It is literally that. And it's going to look good whatever you do because each piece is going to look different from the next piece. And in fact, if I'll bring this one in and I'll bring the one in I've done at home. So you'll see both very different, both similar, but you'll just get that different appeal to it each time.
And that's the thing with mixed media, isn't it? Because you could be as simple as like what you did earlier, colouring something in, then adding a bit of gilding wax on top.
Yeah.
Is mixed media, isn't it?
Yeah,
in its simplest form. So I think people sometimes maybe like overcomplicate it a bit.
Yes, yeah, which is easy to do. And I think mixed media years ago, we used to class mixed media as being something that we put on canvas and home decor and building up. And then there was all these textures that you can put onto them and textured beads and polystyrene foam and all sorts of things. But now we've sort of simplified that in the craft world and you will find that mixed media literally is anything. Mixed media is putting a pen to paper. You know, anything that you put on there, it's just you choose what sort of things that you want to use.
Question about your spray distance.
Yes.
Carol D says, how far away did you spray from? That is a good question.
So I was about here because I don't know what's that about 12 inches.
Yeah.
Something like that. But the further away you spray, so if you've got a box, it's better because the further away you spray, you get a lighter lay down of spray. But the closer you go, then the more lay down of spray you go. Yeah. So I would say about 12 inches. Right. So with your 2D embossing folder, you need your top and bottom plates, and then I've added my additional metal shim as well with that as well, and that just gives that additional little push into our embossing, or into our cardstock. So let's take that one off, and then we can see we've got that gorgeous, I mean, even on white cardstock, to have that level of embossing with all that pattern is amazing. So let's use our pens again to colour with. So this time we're going to use that gorgeous yellow, and then I'm going to bring in that pink as well. And then, because we haven't got a green, but I do have the Duet ink pad.
Oh, you do?
Well, we do have a green, so that's a lie. I have this green here, so I will bring that in, but we've also got the ink pad, so you can just choose which one you want. And both are going to do the same job, it's just that this one is a slightly different colour, so I give it a little bit of a darker tinge. And then we're just going to take the paintbrush and do some painting.
Whilst you're painting, you can say hi to Beth, who says, I watched Leanne's demos last night when I got home. Wow, what great inspiration she did. Yeah, as per usual, you can always go back, watch all of the demos on YouTube, indeed Facebook, all the shows are there. And of course, you've got 24/7 as well, Crafters TV 24/7, where shows are always repeated. Now we've got that new schedule now, but there's always content there for you. And like we said, I think over the coming weeks and months, you're certainly going to be seeing lots of new content coming your way as well. Can I tell you what? No, I can't. But there's going to be some exciting stuff coming up, especially if the air fryer show comes off the ground. I mean, come on. Frying with fish and the Law Court of Leanne.
I love that one.
Going through my Spring Fairy showstopper, Stephen says, that arrived today. Talk about supersonic service. You do yourselves proud for the quick service, says Stephen. Thank you for that. And I know, well, everyone working very, very hard here at the moment. Well, I say at the moment, always working very hard here. But yeah, that's simply down to our warehouse guys who are doing brilliant things down there. Carol Lee says, I'm definitely going to be cherry picking the Spring Fairy. The stencils are particularly pretty. And Rachel says, I used to eat fruit salads in maths, sat at the back. Blackjacks were a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if we get those stuck in the teeth. They were like, well, blackjacks like aniseed, weren't they?
They were, yeah.
Yeah. And Jules Hancock says, Ben and Debbie, I ordered the showstopper yesterday and it arrived lunchtime today. What a result. I'm looking forward to the craft along for this collection. It's really stunning when you see it for real. Thank you, Jules, so much for that. Because yeah, it's lovely. You know, we always try and tell you how great these collections are, particularly with things like the glitters, and like when we have like you know, glitter card, mirror card. We always try to show you here in the studios, but I never think it looks as good on your screen as it does when you see it with your own eyes. So it's lovely to get messages like that when you say, oh yeah, you know, even in real life, it's even better. So thank you for that lovely comment, and hopefully if you have ordered any of these items, you should be getting them very, very soon indeed. If you haven't yet, don't forget Hydrangea collection still available, that Easter collection, and of course this Spring Fairy collection. We are going to be finishing off with the Hydrangea collection just before the end of the show. Oh, look who's just cropped up saying hello.
Is that my owl?
Your owl, that is.
He's not been well today. I hope he's feeling better. Yeah, he's got man flu.
Oh, Al, I know how you feel, mate.
I know. It's not nice, is it?
It's not.
It's just that those bugs around which are horrible.
I think like Leanne was, bless her, wasn't feeling great yesterday, was she? No, she had man flu.
Was she not well?
But she was, very sniffly and coldy. Bless her.
That's not good.
I did say I would have struggled on last night without her, but she was insistent she was going to come in for you guys. And I'm glad that she did, actually, because she got to do more with the Spring Fairy collection, of course, last night. Jane Fullweber says, I placed an order yesterday and it will be in Ohio Thursday. Hang on a minute, Jane. What day is it today? So that is Monday from the northeast of England to Ohio in 4 days. That is incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, really
that is amazing.
Incredible.
It's so nice that you guys as well aren't having to like wait around, because you think, you know, ordering something from like the UK, and you're getting it, you're probably thinking a week, couple of weeks, aren't you? So the fact that you're getting it in days, I think it makes it even more exciting.
Yeah, it's so good. We do have an amazing warehouse that get things very quickly.
Yeah.
In fact, we couldn't wish for any better, really.
No.
Not when they're getting them out the next day. Yeah, it's amazing. Right, I'm not going to do much more. I just wanted to show you how I did this. So once you're doing that, what I do is dry it off when you've done it, and then re-go in over just to make it a little bit darker. And then let me just bring that in. Oh, and the other thing is, and I forgot to do as well, is if you bring this in, you can paint with this as well, Ben.
Okay.
I just want to show you this. So literally, this paints beautifully. So just bring that in, and we can paint that down onto our, what do they call it? These not bluebells.
Oh, foxgloves.
That's the one, yeah. So you can get that nice shimmer by painting down on those as well. So just use that, spray it on the side. I would pick that, if you've got any left over, make a background. But once you've got that done, let me bring this one in. You can see them adding those in, painting it all. Just take that little bit of time. But that now looks like you've hand painted it, doesn't it? Well, you have hand painted it. But what I mean is it looks like a stamp rather than a I've lost my train of thought then. Rather than a embossing folder, I was going to say a stamp. It's not an embossing folder.
Bob and Sweet just asked about the plaster that Debbie's wearing. It wasn't a crafting accident, no.
What was that, sorry?
The plaster wasn't a crafting accident, was
Plaster?
it?
No.
We don't need to go into details about it.
No, well, Al probably would tell everyone. Al was giving me a cuddle yesterday while I was chopping lettuce.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
And I literally chopped into my finger. It was really bad as well.
Oh dear. Did he surprise you and you just sort of slipped? Is that what it was? Yeah. Little surprise cuddle.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, so not good. And it was a brand new knife.
Ah.
So that's why it was very sharp. Yeah, very sharp. So I've cut this out because I had one and I've lost it, Ben. So I'm cutting another one out. So I'm going to do a black and a white one because I want to shadow that. But we're going to colour this in as well. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of a spray down there. I shouldn't have I shouldn't have mopped that up before. And then I'm going to use the yellow as well. So we're just going to pop some of that to the side and then just take that paintbrush again. And then all we're going to do is take the yellow and we're going to paint that into the top half. Like so. Oh, got a little bit of dye cut there we don't want.
Karen Fisher's been getting her orders in 3 to 4 days in Florida.
That's amazing. 3 to 4 days from the UK to Florida?
Yeah.
Wow.
What is the, like, I'm going to look that up. What is the distance? What is the distance? Right, hang on. Newton, Aycliffe to Florida.
That's amazing.
How far? How far? Oh, it doesn't, what? Distance. How long does it take to walk? It's 4,287 miles.
Wow.
4,000 miles. Yeah, that is good. We'll give ourselves a pat on the back for that. Thank you also to Mary Jo Bending, who says, I just love this spring fairy collection. I can't wait to play with mine, hoping the next collection includes stamps. We've got stamps in this one. But you're hoping that it also includes stamps. I think that's what you're saying. Yeah, more stamps. No.
So I wanted that to look a little bit more sort of mixed media. So all I did was dip that in, and then you can see we've got like different levels of your sort of paint going through there.
Beautiful.
So once we've got that done, let me just wipe that one, and then we can put our card together.
Stunning.
Wow. I can't believe that.
Flown over this show, isn't it?
That's really gone quickly. We said we'd have a lot of fun today.
That's it. We did say, and we are. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the show too.
Right, so let's mat and lay this onto some black cardstock. So just turn that around. Pop that on. These colours look really nice with black. Really quite striking. And then we will pop that onto our main card.
That
and then
background that you've made there is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
It looks amazing.
So this is going to be our main front of our card here. So I'm just popping that on. And then I've made a little easel card. So that's going to go on the inside. So we've got another piece here that's going to go on the black. So you can see that really does stand out on there. So let's pop again that one into place. Like so. And that one will go on the bottom. If you have used watercolours on here and you're matte and layering it, it's probably best to use some wet glue, just because wet glue is a bit more stronger. I mean, our tape pens are good, but you'd have to really massage them in to make sure that they stick. And when you get a bit of crinkly cardstock, it's much better to use a wet glue. So, and then all I've done here, Ben, is I just spritzed a little bit of cardstock just on there. I just wanted a tiny contrast to act as my stopper and somewhere where I could put my Believe on. And we did cut another one, didn't we? So let's just bring in the, oh, there we go. Take that one, there we go. So just because that one, if we pop that on our piece of card, we'd sort of lose it that little bit.
Yeah, it gets lost in the background.
By then putting it onto black, we're going to then bring that almost sort of back to life there. So let's use our dotty tape pen for that one, just to put along the back.
Will we do a demo of the show vote at the end of the show? Yeah.
And then, so just pop that on there, just showing that little bit of black. And then we're going to use this one as a little bit of a stepper. That's going to act as our Debbie Robinson will say, our flopper stopper.
Flopper stopper.
So pop that right there.
Stephen says, they say time flies when you're having fun. They do.
That's very true indeed.
Well, my favourite Kermit the Frog quote. If you're Kermit the Frog, time's fun when you're having flies. I'm not a performing seal, Jamie. I can't do a Kermit impression.
I bet you could do a Kermit.
I don't know what he sounds. He's like, okay.
I can't do it.
Okay, Kermit Frog. Is that, isn't he?
Miss Piggy.
And Miss Piggy is, hiya! See, that's what she does.
Oh, do you know what I forgot to do, Ben? I'm not going to worry now because time's getting on and we want to get another demo in, but I will show you my finished one. It's because I'm talking. I've got it all here set up and yet I'm talking. But I was going to do some stamping because we've got lots of amazing stamps. But I'll show you my finished one and we'll just do this one a little bit different just so we can fit that last demo in for today. So that's going to act as our stopper there. But
Brilliant.
If I bring in my finished one, you can see all I've done is use the stamp here. Let's turn that round so you can see it. I've used my stamp set on the base there, and I've just used, can you see, I've just put some of those sequins in to act as just little embellishments on the card.
I love it.
Because you've got plenty of those in. But how beautiful is that using all those different mediums?
Very busy for this again tonight. I think people that maybe missed this on the launch yesterday are now picking it up. Remember, you can get that full collection for just $79.99 or $107.99 if you're shopping in the US and you're a Platinum member. If you then want to add in more items into your basket, then of course you can go individually. Or indeed, if you just want to pick and choose some items from that set, then you can do that as well. Lots of chat about those beautiful dies in there too. Stephen just saying that beautiful Believe die would be ideal for Christmas sentiments. I think you've got some really nice sentiments for all year round. Don't forget, over on the website, our Love to Craft event continues. And actually today, a lot of people have been looking at the deal that we've got for you on the Gemini MIDI, I should say. This normally $69.99, $109.99. 10% saving on this today. Really, really fantastic machine. Of course, it is all folder based as opposed to plate base, so it's nice and easy for you to be able to do your die cutting and your embossing. Got that 6x9 folder included in there, plus your shim. So it's really simple to do your die cutting, really simple to do your embossing with that as well. And of course, it's totally portable. You've got all the power that you would expect from a Gemini machine in manual form. That's the brilliant thing about it. So it's a perfect partner for your electronic machines, or indeed if you are just starting out and you're not wanting to maybe push the boat out and spend the sort of price you would pay for an electronic, the Gemini Midi is a great manual machine to get you started. And honestly, you guys know I've sort of worked in the world of craft for about 9 years now. I've seen other die cutting machines, both manual and electronic. The Midi, the very best as far as I'm concerned. 10% off tonight. Then you've got your club inspired discount, £50.39 is your platinum price, or $79.19 if you're shopping in the US and you're a platinum member. As I say, been very busy for that this evening. Other things to look out for on the website, as I've mentioned, the Love to Craft event is there for you. So you can pick up loads of great deals from yesterday when we were talking about Spectrum Noir, mixed media and also tools. Those subsections on the website are still there. We've added in today that subsection which is all about embossing folders to time with the masterclass that we did a little bit earlier on. So check the website out, get those deals. They will be there for you while stocks last up until 11:59 on Sunday. And each and every day this week we are adding more deals. Going to be a big day tomorrow, of course, as well. Very special show tomorrow morning at 11, which we'll tell you more about before we go. And of course, we've got a brand new launch with the amazing Sheena. I think the best Sheena collection she's launched with us. I absolutely love it. And if you haven't yet seen it, make sure that you join us tomorrow. Listen, more details about that, plus another demo with Debbie to come, and we'll have that vote for the demo of the show, plus more of your questions and comments. We will see you back here in about 3 or 4 minutes.
My name's Craig Laird. I work at Crafters Companion. I am a craft expert where I get to play with lots of crafty goodies from Crafters Companion, and hopefully we're here to inspire you with lots of crafty things that you can do. So my crafting journey, that started many years ago, actually just over 20 years ago. I actually came across crafting on UK Shopping TV. I was unwell at the time, and I was just channel surfing, just having a look to see what was on TV, and then I came across who has now become my friend, Dawn Bibby, and I thought, oh, quite like that bit of crafting that she's doing. I purchased some crafty goodies, and before you know it, here I am, all these years later, doing what I'm doing with Crafters Companion. So believe it or not, none of my family or friends are actually very creative. So the creative side in me has actually just progressed naturally. As I have progressed, I've become really good friends with many craft experts out there in the industry, and they're the ones that inspire me. Then coming to Crafters Companion, Crafters TV, and interacting with all the crafters at home, seeing what they make. I am a huge advocate for social media, because you get to see lots of things that everyone makes at home, and that does inspire me as well. Many years ago, before I started here at Crafters Companion, believe it or not, I didn't have a lot of confidence. I didn't go out a lot, I didn't do much. Now, with Crafters Companion and Crafters TV, it's given me so much confidence, self-belief. My biggest crafting success, I'm going to have to pick 2. One of them is appearing on HSN America. I was really lucky a couple of years ago to actually go to Florida with Sarah to see how it all works behind the scenes. An incredible juggernaut that the shopping TV is at HSN. That for me is an incredible proud moment. I will never ever forget when all of you incredible crafters at home voted enough for me to be in the running of the 2021 Male Craft Personality of the Year. Was such a humbling feeling. I was so proud. I was so grateful. Our Crafters TV audience are absolutely incredible. For me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers, and the support that I get. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise, but if you just want that interaction, you just want to have that chat away about anything random in life, onto social media, onto Crafters TV, you know that you're going to get that support, you're going to get that understanding when it comes to the crafters at home.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching tonight. We really enjoyed your company. Can't believe we've only got 20 minutes left on the show. It's absolutely flown over. Got a question coming which we'll tackle in just a second, Robbie, but we have had some lovely pictures sent through. Thank you for all of these. We're going to come on to the Hydrangea collection again in just a few moments' time. I will take you all through that towards the end of the show, but we thought we'd do another demo with Debbie, get the vote for the demo of the show, and then yeah, look through the collection. But thank you for sending in pictures. Ask for pictures of your hydrangeas and indeed projects that you've been making with the collection. And here's Linda's. This is what I love about this this collection, because you've got the stamps, then you've got the little mini floral stamps which you can stick over the top, can't you? Which gives you that 3D.
Yeah, they're
effect.
so cool. And also, just a little tip, if you've got that one, use those little flowers. They're really good if you've got a tree die and you want to add blossom to the bottom of your tree and like falling off and onto the tree. It's a great little die to have for that, like cherry blossom and things.
Absolutely love that. Karen Fisher! Here she is. How gorgeous is that card? That's amazing.
That is amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, I love that one.
I love the sentiment at the top, and then you've obviously popped another sentiment down there as your flopper stopper, as Debbie Robinson would call it. And then this beautiful, is this from your backyard,
wow.
Stephanie?
That's amazing, Stephanie. Look at that. It's so pretty.
Yeah. It is such a beautiful flower, isn't it, the hydrangea? You can understand why so many people have memories of.
It's a cluster of flowers, isn't it?
It is a
all
cluster.
In one.
Thank you for all those lovely pictures, everybody. That's really kind of you to send those through, and we will potentially look at more tomorrow. Let us, though, get on to our final demo of the show. It is with the Hydrangea collection. It's a big old collection, so what we'll do is we'll get the demo done, then I'll take you through everything as we're waiting for your votes to come in for the demo of the show. So, where are we going to start next then, Debbie?
Yes, so I thought let's use a few different things, and I wanted to show you, which is what I was going to do in that last one, this beautiful one. Now, it makes a gorgeous design on its own because it's got this sort of crest shape, which is gorgeous, but I'm going to use it in a slightly different way, and we're going to use it to create a background for our card. So what I've got, because we've got the duet ink pads here, and I've got my rocker block, so I'm literally going to pop that onto there, and we're going to use this. Let me just grab my mat, so stamping mat, like so, and I'm also just going to put a piece of card behind it, so it doesn't get the mat mucky. So we're going to stamp around the edges. So I don't need it fully on because I only know that it's this bit in the middle that we're going to use. So just doing this piece, making sure we've got plenty on there. And then we're just going to rock from heel to toe, and we're going to do it, in fact I want to do it on that corner like so. No, we want to do it that way, like that. And then it's just going to create these really pretty flowers. So I love that you can use your stamps in lots of different ways. Of course, use the whole one and it's going to look beautiful. But actually get some use out of it as well by creating these gorgeous backgrounds. So we'll pop that there. Look how nice that looks.
Absolutely beautiful.
And then some more. And because it's a duet ink pad, it means that these are water reactive as well. So if you wanted to stamp and then draw out with the green, you can absolutely do that. We're going to blend with ours. So I'm just going to make sure we sort of fill all that background. So just taking it around onto this corner. And then if you want to just put a bit in there, we can just put a little bit onto that end. And then you can just fill just there. So it's just filling all the gaps, but look how lovely that looks. And then once you've done that, we can then, I'm going to pop that to the side. We're just going to use this to just do a little bit of blending. So just taking this in, we're going to come around the edges and just use that green to really frame our design, like so. And it's just a really clever way of just using your inks, using those different stamps in a different way. And then we've got a completely different topper to anything that you've got in your stash or background. Now I've got one here and I've already matte and layered it. It's a shame because I like my one better than what I did at home. Did this a lot lighter. It's always the way though, isn't it, when you're in the studio. We could just put it over the top actually. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that because I'm going to do my background very bright as well. So let's just pop that all the way round.
Okay.
And then we're just going to pat and lay that over the top. Yeah, kept it quite subtle, so we've just made that a little bit more brighter. Let's just clean this one. There we go, and pop that to the side. So then what I've done is took this one here, and then we're going to take our pens, because we've got our pens in here. Beautiful, bright, bold colours. So we'll take that gorgeous purple there. Got that beautiful pink. So you've got some really bold, strong colours.
Yeah, beautiful colours.
And then what I've done with this one, Ben, is I've actually used my brush
Uh-huh.
to alternate them. So we're going to do the pink, and then we'll put the pink into this one here, and then onto the opposite side. And then we're going to use the purple to go into the opposite side. So we're doing the opposites, but with the pinks and the purples, just to make it look a little bit different.
Do you have, I know the answer to this question, but you know my brain forgets things.
Yep.
Do you have like green fingers? Are you good with gardening? And
So I think I am, because my mum used to get annoyed with me that I wouldn't look after. I'm not very good at looking after things in the garden,
Right.
because I forget to water them. And she used to really moan at me and say, "Why does everything grow for you? Look at the size of your plant, and you don't look after it." So I feel like I've got green fingers without realising it.
yeah.
But I wouldn't say, no, I wouldn't say I had green fingers. I don't really know what plants are. Never been. We've got a garden without any grass. It's all patio. It's got flower beds in, but only because that's how it was when we bought the house. So
But there's no flowers in the flower beds?
yes, so
Oh,
there
there are
are.
flowers in the
Yeah,
flower
there are. But I wouldn't know what they were. Yeah, I'm not very. So I'm not got green fingers in the respect
No.
that there's definitely no hydrangeas.
Okay.
There is a azalea.
Oh, I don't even know what that looks like.
Well, I only know because it had a label on it.
Azalea.
They're really, really.
Oh, it's
pretty.
rhododendron.
Yes, rhododendron.
Yeah, okay, I know
azalea.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of them.
I like to garden. I like to create little because we obviously had problems with our lawn last year, which has now been fixed. So we're going to kind of create a garden this year. I'm going to dig some beds and whatnot. But last year, I created some hanging baskets, which we put on our fence. I really enjoy doing that, getting all of that. But again, I'm not very up to. I know what I like. I go over the garden centre. I go, oh, that's a pretty one.
Yeah,
and I'll
that's
go,
me.
oh, that one's nice, and that one's going to trail out of my hanging basket. So I just pick pretty,
Yes.
and then I plant, and then yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm like. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm like. I do normally ask. I do like going to the garden centre and getting some plants and that. But I'm not very good with house plants. I tend to kill the house plants.
Al says she's killed 2 houseplants at home,
I'd like to know why I've got the blame for that.
and they were both plastic, apparently. No, I made it up. No word of a lie. That's so Laura again likes to sort of potter around the garden like I do, but flowers or plants within the house, she's got a bit of a name for killing those. So she now gets what are the hardy ones which don't need much watering, like orchids.
Orchids are hard to.
No. Like
Cactus are quite easy. Yeah,
No,
you
not
don't worry about
cactus.
them.
I'm sure she's like orchids. Doesn't like she gets like these hardy orchids which she doesn't really need to do much with.
I have got aloe vera, and I've managed to
Aloe
keep that
vera?
alive.
Yeah.
And that's took a nosedive off the bookshelf.
It did what? Took a nosedive off the bookshelf.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Have I never told you that story?
No, here we go.
That.
Belt up, everybody.
So on was it Christmas Eve? I think it must have been Christmas Eve. And we were getting ready for Christmas and getting everything together. And we've got a bookshelf that was at the side of the kitchen, just outside the kitchen door. There was a bookshelf obviously with lots of books on. And I was at the sink. I had my grandchildren round as well. My dad was there, and all of a sudden there was an almighty crash, and the bookshelf had collapsed. And the aloe vera was on the top, so it had all fallen off and everything smashed on the floor. There was books everywhere, plants everywhere.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
the aloe literally broke off, all the bits, but it's now all grown back again. So yeah, but yeah, that wasn't very good at all. I'm gonna switch now because I'm just a bit aware of time. So you've got a die to cut this out as well, Ben. So you can see here, once it's dry, I've just done all the alternated the petals, just like with this one. Die cut it out, you get the die that you've got in there, and then all we've done here is I've got my background, so we're going to pop that right in the centre, and then we've got all our additional little pieces that I've already done as well. So we're just going to mat and layer these, and then I've put some extra little cutouts here. So I've done Follow Your Dreams, and I've put that Hydrangea as well down. So we're going to use our foam pads to pop that on. Oh, so it was Kyra's party. Why did I think that was Christmas?
I
remember lots of people being there. Yeah, he's right. That was just before everyone came. My dad had just turned up.
What's this? The aloe vera catastrophe?
Yeah, the catastrophe. Yeah, it was. Yeah, just so, and we were setting up for all this party, and everyone was coming, and we had this like the whole room was just covered in dirt and plants and books. The theme of the party was tropical. We had a tropical party.
Oh dear, some of the stories you tell.
I know, I've always got a story, haven't I? Why have I always got a story?
I don't know. We love them though.
Yeah, so I was just grateful, to be honest, that because Ava was in the room and we thought it was the kids. You know how they muck around and stuff, and we thought that they'd knocked it over. But I was just so relieved they wasn't there when it fell, because that would have been quite dangerous. Right, so I have got these, and I'm going to put a little bit of, let's grab some foam pads. When you want some little ones, are there any little ones? Yes.
We're nearly out of time, Mrs. Just to say.
Oh, I know.
We've only got about 7 or 8 minutes left. Just to say, whilst Debbie's just sticking tomorrow, I know I've been kind of like, I've been trying to remember, and you guys have as well, the new schedule live at 1 and 5. It changes tomorrow just for the day. We've got a very special Love to Craft show at 11 o'clock tomorrow. So that is 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific. It is going to be, well, from what I understand, a really fun show. Sarah's going to be heading that one up. She's going to be presenting the show. It is going to be me.
It's going to be mental.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I'm here as well. I think, well, keeping our guest happy over this side of the studio. There's going to be a guest with me over here. Sarah's going to be, I think, presenting and crafting, and also chatting to 2 Skype guests who we've got on the show. Plus, Debbie's going to be in her spot over that side of the studio, crafting as well. There is so much, I believe, that we're going to squeeze into that 2 hours. We're going to have to go quickly, but it's going to be a lot of fun, probably slightly chaotic, but we're all looking forward to that. So that's tomorrow at 11. And then don't forget, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, UK time, that's 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. We've then got the official launch of Sheena's brand new collection. If you want to see a sneaky peek of that,
you're gonna love it.
That is now up on her page. I've just seen that she's popped it up on Facebook, so you can see that collection. I think it's the best one she's done.
Yep.
I think you're gonna. You agree, yeah?
I agree.
It's incredible.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Garden Friends, isn't it? And there are some garden friends in there that perhaps you wouldn't expect in the collection that she's done absolutely brilliantly. Honestly, it's a collection like no other, with Sheena's sort of special twists on it. You're going to love it. It's going to absolutely fly, I know it. And then tomorrow night, we're live again at 6, between 6 and 7, with a kind of continuation of what is going to be a fantastic launch. That is going to be Debbie and Sheena for an hour. So if you don't happen to be able to join us at 3, you can join us at 6 p.m, which is 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. It's going to be a really fun day. And then, as I say, when we get back into Thursday, then we are back live at 1 and 5.
Right, there we go. I'm going to leave it at that, Ben, and I'm going to bring in this one and show you, because this one I've put a bow on, but I've put it onto a little gift bag, so that would make a really nice present for someone.
I love that on the bag.
Just to put on there, and a little bow at the bottom, so that's that seam binding bow on there. How amazing does that look?
There we go. That is the final demo of the day. We'll get you to vote for your favourite. Just to say thank you to everyone for saying, Leanne needs us up. I'll stick her a star up after the show and I'll put it on my socials. So everyone's happy then, aren't we? I'll make sure, to be fair, she's already got one up over there actually. But I'll make sure she gets another one. We're going to do the vote for the demo of the show right now. Is it 4?
4, yes. I know. We sped along. We didn't do a full one of the Easter, but we did have a ready one. I just wanted to get that in to make sure that you could see that you can make these nice little gift boxes. So number 1 is the hydrangea that we've done at the start. Number 2 for Easter. Number 3 for the fairy garden. And number 4 for the hydrangea. 1, 2, 3 or 4.
Vote now. You've got 2 minutes. Oh, very quick. This is going to have to be quick. I know I've got so much to show you through this hydrangea collection, so this will be speedy. If you want a more detailed look, go back to the start of the show where I did it much slower than I'm going to do it now. So the Showstopper collection is everything you're going to see right here, and then if you go onto the website, look for the bonus bundles, which are the paper and card or the embellishments. You put the Showstopper in your basket, check that out with one of the bonus bundles, you'll get that bonus bundle half price. Here we go though. You are going to get your Statement Hydrangea, which is that beautiful stamp and die set with the extra little flower buds, which you can then attach on top of your project. You simply just cut out the additional elements. It's amazing. Ditzy Floral Doily, as we've seen, is a beautiful die set, which I think you're going to use across multiple collections, not just with this one. You've then got your Climbing Hydrangea, same sort of setup with this as that previous stamp and die set that I showed you, and the fact that you've got that beautiful stamp and die with the extra little stamps there, which you can cut out using your dies to create depth and dimension within your project. Then you're going to get more stamps. So this is really lovely, actually, the sentiment stamp set. Lots of kind of succinct sentiments, if you like. Hello, just for you. Lots of love. Have a great day. Love the fact that you get that Hydrangea sentiment there too. Hide, Ranger. You could send that.
You sounded like someone from Yogi Bear.
That's what I was just about to say. You've got someone who's a park ranger. Hide, Ranger! I'm smarter than the average bear, boo-boo. You're then also going to get the handwritten letter, which is a embossing folder, not a stamp. You're also going to get the Hydrangea Blessings, which is that beautiful 3D embossing folder, and you're going to get that stunning Hydrangea stamp in there too. So that's all of your, not consumables, your hardware. Then you're going to get your paper pads, or I'm running out of time here. You're going to get the 12 by 12. Absolutely gorgeous is this. Layer upon layer upon layer of interest here. So many beautiful colours. And we've featured lots of those different hydrangeas, which we were talking about over the course of this show. But then don't forget the reverse on these as well, because the reverse is absolutely beautiful. A little bit more subtle, a little bit more laid back, but I love that script and sort of stamp effect that you've got going on through there. It's a beautiful paper pad. You're going to get that in 6x6 as well. That's included. Plus, you are going to get your linen cardstock. The linen cardstock, again, all in matching colours, 24 sheets of that included. You're going to get your multi-sheet topper pad, 36 sheets of that with tons of toppers in there. And you've got your beautiful vellum pad with all of your sentiments on in silver, in gold and in black ink. Then on top of that, you're going to get your tricolour aquas. Those, not new colours, but new configurations specifically for this collection. We're going to give you 3 of our little duet ink pads, the little minis. Again, colours which are specific to this collection. You're going to get 3 of the seam binding ribbon, and you're going to get your dewdrops as well, which you can colour in. That is everything, friends. £104, $136, free shipping, and of course, don't forget you get your Showstopper, get your bonus buy in the bundle, and you will get that for half price. Demo of the show. 4.
Number 4, the last one.
Yay.
Yes, the gift bag. I'm not surprised. Yeah, very pretty. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, everybody, for a fantastic day. Really enjoyed your company. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the positivity. And we are back tomorrow. Going to be an amazing day. I would urge you to be in tomorrow morning, because what's going to happen in that Love to Craft show is anyone's guess. It's going to be fun. It's going to be jam-packed. It is going to be action-packed as well, because we've got demos, we've got guests, we have got, I believe, craft-alongs within that show too. So it's going to be amazing. I'm going to be here as well. I don't 100% know actually what I'm doing tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward. No, I'm looking forward to the surprise. I've been told I might be doing a bit of crafting, a bit of presenting. Who knows? You'll join us tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. Sarah's here, so the fact that she's here, it's going to be great. 3 o'clock tomorrow UK time, we've got the launch of Sheena's brand new range, and of course then 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, a 1-hour show. featuring that brand new range once again with me vision mixing. I mean, so you'll tune in just to see the carnage, won't you? I mean, that's going to be hilarious. Massive thank you to all the team today. We'll see you tomorrow here on Crafters TV. Until then, bye for now.
Thank you.